Well, good morning. My name's Julie from So Unique, and I will pop all the links down below where you can find me on social media. And welcome to July vlog number 4. We're on. um, well, it's been quite busy really. You'll have noticed previous to this clip, I put some little clips in of what I was actually doing at the weekend. Had a very busy weekend. I was making stickers and I was sat on the bed cutting out. And of course, Elsa decided to come and join me to keep an eye on me, make sure I was working properly. Um, and then I showed you, I think, the start of my journal. What else have I been doing? Oh, I was doing some bags. I think there's two different kinds of patchwork that I was doing. I'm not sure what else I've put in actually. I've forgotten. Oh dear. Yeah, oh well. Well, today I've got lots of sort of bits and pieces to do today. So I want to finish off my journal. So I've got to print off some pictures, and I'm going to try and print off the pictures of sort of all the bags that I've made. So that's one job, and then I've got some more fabric, and yes, I'll be making more bags, so I need to try and keep up with all that, especially this week. uh, right, yes, I wanted to show you something that I purchased last week. Totally forgot to share it. I'll better take it out of the plastic bag, otherwise you're not going to be able to see it. I got this pattern, I think it was off Etsy, and it's Merry Little Christmas Village. It's a fabric house pattern, and it's by Amy Chappell. Now, isn't that cute? I mean, this is an all year round pattern. So, and that there and that and that are trees. So I'm really looking forward to having a play with them. I'm hoping to get a chance this week to have a play. Probably make a start for Christmas. But I mean, can you imagine them made up in Halloween fabric as well? That'll be lovely on the mantle this year. So I think that's what I'll be doing. So I'm looking forward to doing that. You probably have seen these on Instagram somewhere. I'll stop rustling. Oh dear me. And another thing I signed up for. Oops. No, I'm not able to get this out of the bag. I only signed up for this last night, and the reason I signed up for it was it's a sew along. It's for about a month long it is, and it's for English paper piecing. Now I've been wondering for a couple of weeks what I can do, because I've got lots of bits of fabric and I couldn't make up my mind what I wanted to do. Anyhow, this lady's on Instagram and she's called Lauren Wright she's called, and she's doing the night before Christmas stocking, and it's a hexagon stocking with a pocket and a felt mouse. Now all I can do is show you this, and she's on Instagram and she's called Molly and Mama. She's very well known, I would say, and I think a lot of ladies have stitched her hexagon. I think it's a sewing kit and it's absolutely beautiful. I was really tempted by that, but I didn't have much time at that point, so I didn't do it. But I've signed up for this one. And the nice thing about it, she's not used Christmas fabrics. They are Tilda fabrics, Liberty fabrics. And that really appeals to me. Now, normally, I'm sort of very traditional colours, because a lot of our decorations on the tree and that are traditional colours, and that's what I like. But I think because I've got that kit for the Tilda stocking, and that's just in ordinary Tilda fabrics, I think that's what sort of made me want to do it. So I'm going to make this. I haven't read the instructions, so I'm not sure what size it comes out at the minute, but I think that is going to go lovely with the Tilda stocking that I want to do. So for hanging down the stairs on the banister. So I will have to make another stocking, which I have got a one in mind that I'd like to make. So I'm really looking forward to making a start on this. Now, I mean, I only signed up last night, printed off my pattern this morning. It's a paid for pattern, so you can buy the pattern on Etsy. And like I said, she's Molly and Mama, and I do think she's got a website as well. And yeah, it's on Instagram if you fancy following. So what I'm going to do now is have a look around for my fabrics. Now, I had a look in my hexie stash, and I had, what did I have? 1/2 inch hexes, 3/4 hexes, 1 inch hexes, and 2 inch hexes. Not the size that I wanted. So I've spent the afternoon faffing around with the Cricut machine to cut out the size that I wanted, and that's what I need. So I've got that. I mean, this is week 1 today, and week 1 it's about getting all your bits and pieces together, and we can actually start putting our fabric on the hexes, basting our hexes. So I'm hoping to actually make a start on this tonight, because it's a four week long little sew along, and I want to keep up with it. And I know what I'm like. I'll start and I'll get carried away with all the things that I've got to do, and I won't finish it. But this time I'm going to stick to it. So what I'm going to do now is have a rummage through my stash and see what fabrics I can use. So I'll be back shortly to show you what fabrics I'm going to choose and to show you my journal. Right, well, this is my journal page that I've just finished it today, and I'm really pleased with it. I love the colours. The fabric's gorgeous, and it's autumn tree fabric from Tilda. And this stitch thread quilt sew hem fabric was cut out on the Cricut using some 12 by 12 paper, and we've just gone round it with a brown pen. I did some stickers, and that's my photograph, and the flowers are all from my Tilda pad. I've done a little bit of doodling, and where it says Tilda bag, this I've stamped with my set of Hero Art stamps and one of the chalk, well, 2 of the chalk ink pads, and it's turned out nice. I'm really pleased with it. So I have printed off some of the photographs of the other bags that I've made, and so I think this week it's going to be all about photographing what I've made and getting all the pictures ready to go in the journal. So I think Friday is going to be spent journaling all day. Right, well, I found my fabrics. Now I've got a mixture of Tilda fabric, and I've got a collection from Free Spirit, and what's this one called? It's a collection called Roses and Paisley. It's very pretty indeed. I've just I think there was a picture on, I know I put a picture on Instagram, I think on the the beginning clip, there's a, if you see a clip of a pink bag, pink and green pretty bag, that's the collection that I'm using. Well, that's part of it, I think. So the Tilda colours that I've pulled out, now I might change my mind, just depends what I think to it when I've sort of cut them out or even got them basted together, but that's sort of two of the Tilda colours. So it's mainly going to be the flowers that I'm going to use. That's a maybe, not sure about that one yet. This is another Tilda one. Apologies for them being creased, I've just pulled them out the box. But that, oh dear, it's blowing out a bit there. But that's a very pretty one. I will get some proper photographs in daylight. But at the minute, you know, I'm just using artificial light here. So that's a pinky one. I mean, that's very pretty. And this is quite a pale one. That's a better side to do it on. That looks really nice. Right, so now this is the Roses and Paisley collection. So you've got a green paisley one there. I mean, these are very pretty. I love these colours. And this will make a nice change actually, to have a Christmas stocking that's not traditional. So that's a smaller roses one. So I've got a few small bits here. So these are going to be perfect. I'm not sure about this one. Depends. It depends how the hexagon sits on the pattern. So what these are. But that's a nice one. Go that side. That's a nice one. I like that. And then there's a little ditzy print there, little ditzy roses, which is very pretty. Then we've got some spots, which that's nice. And then there's that one. Not sure about that one though. But some of them, like this one now, it's got quite a big rose on it. So it'll just depend how the hexagon sits on the pattern. Yeah, there's another two that are, so that was a pale pink, so we've got a darker pink there and a very pale pink one there. But like I say, it just depends how the hexes sit. They might be too big. I mean, this one is, I think the hexagon will be fine in this area. I did have a look last night to see if I could find any Liberty fabrics, Liberty cottons that were the type of print that I wanted and the colour, but I had a look on Etsy, but I couldn't really find anything. There we go. That's a nice pink bouquet. That's a spotty one again. That's a biggish print. But like I say, they might be okay. They might not be. Then we're repeating there now. Then we've got the two shades of pink paisley, which is quite nice. That. What's next? Oh, and then there's another little bit of a Tilda one. So yeah, so that's what I've got so far. So I think what I'm going to do is, after tea tonight, is settle down in the front room, put my feet up, watch the telly, probably have a glass of gin, and get my templates out, get my glue out, and settle myself down for the evening. So I'm looking forward to that tonight. So I think now I've got a little bit of tidying up to do in my craft room, because with all the sewing that I've done over the weekend. I spent yesterday, which was Sunday, I spent 9 hours out here cutting out and sewing, and I think I stopped for maybe half an hour for lunch. That was about it, because Adele made tea and I was like having tea last night. Everybody else had theirs because I was sewing. When I made masks yesterday, what did I make? 7 masks? 6 masks yesterday. So yeah, so I need to make some more masks as well, which I might do a couple tomorrow at work. So, so yes, I've got plenty to keep me busy for the rest of the day. So I'll catch you all a bit later. Hello, well it's Tuesday today, and as you can see I'm down at the shop. I'm not, well it's the first time I put the camera up today. I don't know, my sort of day seems to have gone pretty fast today. I have been sewing, and I don't think I've shown you these bags before. I know this one I did put on Instagram, but I'm not sure, I don't think I've shown it. You might have seen the fabric last week, I can't remember. If I have shown it, yeah, apologies. Well, this is a strawberry drawstring bag, and it's got a nice red and white stripe at the top, and for the inside it's got white with red spots on. So it's one of our medium bags. It's got a little tab on. This is just some fabric I found in my stash, and I've managed to get 3 project bags out of it, which is excellent. So that will be going into the shop, and I think I'm probably, yes, you'll have seen this fabric last week when I showed you what was in my stash. Well, this is the L fabric, so it's a medium bag again, and I've put the olive snowflake at the top, and on the inside it's got the red and white stripe, and as you can see it's got 300 grams of yarn in there, so it holds that comfortably. And that's it as a drawstring, and you've got your little tab on the side. So that'll be going into the shop as well. There's 3 of them. And the next one is the patchwork that I was showing you last week that I was sewing. The black, red, grey and cream. Now this is a slightly larger bag, slightly taller probably. 300 grams of yarn coming up to about here, so you could probably get 400 in there. And it's got red spotty top and sort of like a chicken wire effect fabric on the inside, but on the bag it's got writing, so it'll say stitch, and then it's got other sort of sewing sayings like polka dot pin cushions, fabrics, cloth shop, quilt works, things like that. So yeah, so that was out of I think this is Moda fabric. I think the charm pack was from Moda, I think. I will put all the details on somewhere, probably on the listing actually, but that's going to go into the shop, and it's got a nice box bottom, and it's been quilted around the edges of the squares. So I like that one, and I have got another one from the same collection of fabrics coming. Obviously it's different patterns, but yeah, I need some different fabric now for the lining, because I haven't got any of this chicken wire fabric left, which is a real shame because that wasn't really nice. Yeah, that's all I've been doing. I've been doing a bit of hand sewing. I started on my hexagons last night while I was sat in front of the telly, and yeah, I've done basically quite a few of them, so that was really nice. Really enjoyed doing that again. I just need to cut out some more cards now, which hopefully I'll do this afternoon when I get home. Yeah, we're looking at the time, it's getting on for me to actually close the shop, and then I'm going to go on the post office run and go and get some milk, and then we're going to have a trip out to see if we can get some bamboo canes and some wood, because one of the beds, the big bed, which we don't have in the garden at the minute, because that all rotted, that was really bad, so that's gone. And I said to Kevin, he needs to, you need to get on with it, because as you know, last week, 7 days ago, I set off some seeds, and the peas have actually sprouted. They've all popped up, which I was amazed at. I mean, we're not even at a week yet, are we, since I did them? I'm losing track of what day I did them on. Nothing else has popped out, but the peas have, so I'm really pleased. So I said to him, you've only got a fortnight, to get this bed done. So yes, so hopefully one of our local little DIY shops got the wood, so we can do that. So that'll be good. Other than that, I don't know, the bread making and sewing, that's probably my evening. So I'll see you all again soon. Well, I don't know where my head's at today. I forgot to show you another bag. It's the Tilda autumn tree, the charm pack that I had. So this is a dumpy bag. What is it, 4x3? I think it's got a 6-inch box bottom, but it looks really nice, and it holds 600 grams of yarn, which is brilliant. And I like dumpy bags, they're quite nice. So I will just flip you around and show you. Right, so this is the bag, and I've left the yarn in. So that's the side, and then obviously that's the other side. Right, that's it when it's open, and there you go, you can get 600 grams of yarn in. So it's a good sized bag for knitting, crocheting, or whatever it is you do. And it's Wednesday today, and I'm down at the shop. I've just got in, so I think it's time to put the kettle on, have a cup of tea, because I've got a bit of work to do today. I've made a couple of masks for a customer using some of my gorgeous fabric, and that one, so she'll be coming in for these shortly. I had a yarn delivery yesterday, so I will show you my boxes. These are my 2 big boxes, which are a bit close to the door, so I need to move these and get them unpacked. So I've got some lovely cotton in there, so yeah. And that ball of yarn I showed you last week, that's in now, and I think there's 4 colours altogether, so I will show them a little bit later on. Well, I managed to get my boxes unpacked and most of the yarn on the shelf. So the clip before sort of showed you what had come in, and the first bit is the Price Wise yarn from King Cole, so that's all up on the shelf. That's not really going to be on the website, but if anybody's interested in it, please just drop me a message and I can sort something out for you. Then the next lot was the Island Beaches, and then the Cotton Soft. So this is the first 2 colours of the Island Beaches DK. So it's a lovely pink and a lovely bluey sort of grey. That one is. It's coming up a little bit more lilac-y on the camera, but it's not. It's blue. I will try and get some proper photographs to put in at the end, but it's really nice. It is so soft, it's unbelievable. And the other two are, you've got a grey one and this is the blue one. This is Silver Sand, this is Lagoon. That looks like it's coming up a little bit darker as well, like the Lagoon one, but if you can see that, it comes up like self-striping yarn, so that looks really nice. And this pink one is Pink Coral, and that's how it knits up. And the other one is Ocean, and yes, it is coming up a little bit more bluier than what it is, but like I said, they are really nice, really soft, and they will be on the website end of this week. And there are 3 patterns to go with it. The first one is a waistcoat, and it's got a bit of lace there, so it's just stocking stitch, I think, that one, yeah. And then the other pattern with it is a cardigan, and yeah, it's stocking stitch, and that goes from a 30 to 32 and a 46 to a 48 chest, so they look really nice. And the next one, this is stocking stitch but with garter sleeves, and you've got a nice cardigan. And the second pattern on it, because you get 2 patterns with the King Cole patterns, so that's a jumper, so you can see how it actually knits up. And then the third pattern is a little short sleeved cardigan, which is really nice, and a little jumper to go with it. Reminds me of a twin set, this, if you put them together, but that's nice. So yes, like I say, all these will be on the website at the end of the week. And I've got a book of patterns for babies, newborn. It's called Newborn, and it's knits for tiny premature to 18-month-old babies. And this actually sells for £5, and there's quite a few patterns in there, which is quite good value for money, because patterns are like about £2.85. And you've got lots of cardigans, blankets, booties. There's 2 blankets there. You've got a nice little pattern there, and that one, that's got, oh, you can see that it's got little squares on, like a, yeah, that looks nice. And then what else is there? And they're in garter stitch, a lot of them, by the looks of it. So they are quick knits, and I think this is for cotton soft as well, I think. Yeah, they're knitting King Cole cotton soft DK, which is good. It's got that little cardi there, and what else have we got? That's the blankets, and there's a hat, another hat, some mittens and little socks, very cute. Just trying to see if I can get a better picture. Oh, there you go, that's better. Some little socks there, and some little tiny shoes, very cute. So I've got a few of them, so they will go on the website. And so now I'll just get the cotton soft. And it's Thursday today. It's actually 5 o'clock, and I haven't actually picked the camera up today. I've taken a couple of photographs, and that is all I've done. I've been busy at work, obviously, with customers, and I've been making face masks, because he had showed that I was making face masks for somebody. And then I get, so can you make me two? So I said, yeah, fine. And then she comes back again a bit later on, can you make my friend two as well? So yeah, so I'm out in my craft room now and I'm going to be doing some sewing. Like I said, I've got masks to do and I need to obviously make Kevin one as well. He's moaning because he's not got one yet. So that's my job. So that's what I'm going to do now actually, and then I'm going to go and have tea. So I don't think we'll be eating too early tonight. Last night I didn't film anything yesterday evening. I was really tired. I just wanted to go to bed. I couldn't be bothered doing anything. Anyhow, I sat myself down on the settee, put some Dr. Sloan on. I've been watching that. So I've been English paper piecing. As you know, I'm doing this sew along. Molly and Mama. I'm about to say Nightmare Before Christmas. Is not Night Before Christmas stocking sew along. And this is week 1 that we're on, and it's about gathering supplies this week and basting our hexes. So I've been basting my hexes, and I've actually basted all my hexes. I have glued, and I have done actually more than what I want, because I have decided that I'm going to do more than one stocking, I think. But I did think that I would well, because I don't know sort of which colours to use, so probably over the weekend I'm going to get my pattern piece of the stocking put together and sort of see how many hexes I'm going to need and just lay out what I've got and decide which ones I want. Now these have all turned out really, really well. I will show you. So that's like the part of the paisley one. I love these roses. So yeah, these are all really nice. So I think I've probably got twice as many as I need. But like I said, I am going to do another stocking, and I might actually put some of these spare hexes into something else. Now there's the pink. I'm only going to show you 1 or 2 of these because you have seen the fabric, but it is a mixture of Tilda and Roses and Paisley from Free Spirit, which is, and that's not, I'm not sure whose that one is. That's an old one as well. So this is sort of my scraps that I'm using up. I think that actually might be Free Spirit. Is it Free Spirit? No, it's not. I can't think what the designer's name was, but it's really nice, and it was always one of my favourite ones because it looks a bit vintagey, and I have made a few project bags in it. And yeah, there it is again, and the roses, the miniature roses. There's the Tilda, and there's that one again. So as I said, I've finished doing all the basting, so I've got to wait now till Monday for stage 2, which I think we'll be sewing together. So I cut out some more hexes last night, and I'm going to do another stocking sort of at the same time, and this time I wanted to use some of my Christmas offcuts, but it's not in traditional colours. Now I will try and show you, but it is a vintage fabric, and it's the Cozy Christmas, and this fabric is from Laurie Holt, her collection. It's basically what I made my Christmas quilt in that I've shown you. I don't know if I showed you earlier on this year or last year, because it's hung on the door at work, and all it needs is quilting really. Because some of the fabric actually comes in fat 8s, so I've been having a bit of a sort out at the shop today, and I have found quite a few. So I've been, like I said, been using my scraps up, And the sort of the colourway I've gone for is the blue and the yellow. It's like a mustardy goldy yellow, but there's a pink and red, and there's green and something or other, but they're all the sort of same designs. That one's a bit wonky, that I think I might have to redo them. And the bells. I love the little Bambi ones that's on here as well. I haven't got any yet, I haven't got that far, but I've done a couple of each of these. And that's some bulbs. And there's the holly. So that's what's keeping me busy in an evening. But like I say, I am only gluing, and I am really enjoying it, and I can't wait to get actually sewing. I did treat myself a couple of weeks ago to some nice needles, the Milliner needles. I've got number 10, and these are very, very fine. I think I'm going to have trouble seeing the hole. I had to get my magnifier out, but I'm still waiting for my thread to come, because when I looked online what people were using, I can't remember who it is now, and they're using the Aurifil one that's nice and fine, but trying to find it took me a bit of doing, but I managed to find some. So I've ordered a few reels in sort of white, off white, cream and a light grey. I thought that'll keep me going, and they're on the way, so I'm hoping they're going to turn up like Friday or Saturday, so I've got them ready for Monday for when we start stitching. Yes, so I'm hoping once I've done these masks I'll have a bit of time tonight to continue with the English paper piece then. But yeah, we'll see, won't we? And it's Friday today, and as you can see I'm down at the shop, which I shouldn't be here, but I've got a customer coming in for some face masks this morning, so I needed to be down here for that. And I've been on the post office run as well. Oh gosh, it was so busy there. That's why I don't usually like going on a Friday and a Saturday, it's terrible. It was quite strange having to wear a face mask as well today. I must admit, it did feel a bit claustrophobic. But by the time I had it on in the shop this morning while I was pottering around doing things, and yeah, I sort of got used to it. But I had to take it off then, so I was getting a bit warm. And yeah, I went down to the post office, popped it on. And when I came out of the post office, I'd just completely forgotten about it and walked back to the shop, and it didn't bother me at all. So yeah, I still get a little bit steamed up. I must try some of the that tape that I've had some suggestions for, so I need to get some tape. But I thought I'd just show you what I've been doing. As you know, I'm doing the night before Christmas stocking sew along that's run by Molly and Mama, and I've been stitching some other hexes, making some hexes up ready. Yeah, and I thought I'd just show you sort of what I'm using. I mean, to be honest, I'm using up all my scraps at home, but the fabric, I'll put a clip in so you can see the full sort of colour selection that there is. I don't have a lot left. I've got to make a few bags up, but then the rest of it I'm just going to put in the product of the months in the sale section, so it will have its own section, because this fabric is going to be sold in fat 8 bundles, which I thought was a bit of change, and it's be ideal if anybody wants any, because it'll not be too expensive. So yeah, but my colourway is more sort of the blues, greens and yellows, but I might introduce some of the other colours because they actually all go together really well. But the first bundle I'm going to be putting together, I don't know if I can show you this really, but it's the greens and blues. So that's sort of one set, one half, and that's the other. I think you can see. But what I'll do is I'll put a photograph in, and I think there's 3 bundles. That's all I've got of this colourway. There's a few odd bits which what I'll do is I will wait and see what bits I get left over from the rolls, and then I'll just probably put all that together and make it into sort of a mixed bundle. So that's pretty exciting. It's lovely fabric, this. I think it's Riley Blake. I'm not sure. Yes, it is Riley Blake fabric, so it is really nice. And the fat 8 pieces, that's your fat 8. So if you're doing paper piecing, you get plenty out of that. Now the fat 8s are American fat 8s. They're not sort of UK fat 8s. Let's just see if I've got one of mine. Right, if I put that together, so the top piece, that's the American fat 8, and that one there is my fat 8 off the bolt. So it is just slightly wider, so you do get a little bit extra, which is good. But what I will show you is how that kind of fabric's come to me. I mean, I can't open this piece up because there's far too much fabric. But it was really awkward when I got this fabric in because I had to redo all my prices to be able to sell it by the yard. But that's how it comes. You see, you've got 1, 2, 3, and then it goes down to the light bulbs and that. That's one side. And then you've got the other side. So you've got 2 lots of fat 8s, which when you're making a quilt, it's a perfect way to buy it. Because as you know, I haven't quite finished it, but I was doing the quilt and we're actually using all of the fabrics near enough. So I'm going to be a little bit busy today. Well, it's still on Friday. It's mid-afternoon now, and I'm just going to have a little bit of lunch now. Kevin's working in the garden. We bought some wood the other day to remake one of the beds, the veggie beds. This is the big bed. This is like 3 meters long, this bed. So that's what he's doing. So I don't know how long this is going to take him to build, but the wood hasn't got to be painted or anything. It's all been treated. So it's basically just a case of him cutting the wood and putting it together. And then we can slot it in place and fill it up with soil and some feed or something, or some manure, maybe over the weekend. And then all my new plants, I had to put them in. So the bed's going to be sort of full of lots of different things, so that'll be good. I think a lot of the seeds have actually sprouted. The courgettes and the summer squash are doing quite well. The radishes are coming up. The lettuce, I don't think there's any sign of the lettuce at the minute, nor the peppers. The onions have started to sprout, which is good, so I am keeping my eye on them. I'm being very good and checking on them every day and watering them. Everything in the garden's coming along. the rhubarb, it seems to have had a little spurt of growth, because at the beginning of the week, obviously there's not a lot of rhubarb there because I chopped it down the other week, but what was left was, I don't know, it was looking a bit sad. Anyhow, that all looks quite good. You can see it started to sprout at the beginning of the week, and now the leaves are quite big, so it's working again, so that's good. So I'm going to get all that fed tonight. Yeah, so I think I'm probably going to call it a day now for vlogging for this week. Yeah, because everything takes a while to sort of export. That's the trouble with this vlog. It takes so long to do that part. I'd like to sort of get it onto YouTube before I go to bed tonight, so it's ready to go live first thing in the morning. So yes, so thank you for joining me this week, and hello and welcome to any new subscribers that have joined. Yeah, so I will see you all again next week. So have a good crafty week, whatever you're doing. And what I'm going to do for this weekend is I'm going to have the craftiest weekend I can have, because I did show you a pattern of those sewn houses. I would like to make one of them this weekend, at least one, and paper piecing basically. I think that's my weekend, and probably finish off some of the project bags I've got started that I've not completed, and probably do some work on my shop. So what I will do, next week's vlog, I will put snippets in at the beginning of the vlog of sort of what I've done this weekend, so it sort of continues on then. So yes, so I shall see you all again soon. Have a good week everybody. Bye for now.